Dishtya tvayanushishtoham krutaschhanugraho mahan apavrutai karnarandrai justa dishtyo satirgiraha. Translation, purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Translation: I have fortunately been instructed by you, and thus great favor has been bestowed upon me. I thank God that I have listened with open ears to your pure words. Reading from the chapter, The Marriage of Kardama Muni and Devahuti. So here Kardama Muni is expressing his gratitude. Here Manu is expressing his gratitude towards Kardama Muni. Dishtya tvayanushishtoham. Dishtya means lucky. I am very, very lucky because you could instruct me. Tvaya anusishtoham. Krutascha anugraha, that is a great favor to me. It's a great favor bestowed upon me by instructing me about my duties. Then apavrutai karnarandrai, and I also thank God that I could listen your instructions with open ears. Justa dishtyo shatigira. Ushatighra means pure words. So Kardama Muni, because he is a great saintly person, whatever he spoke, they are all pure in nature. Pure means they do not create any enmity, enviousness, or hatred against anybody. These are called pure words. So when we hear such pure words, our heart also becomes purified, and we will also develop in purity. So Manu is feeling that he is greatly favored by such pure words from Kardama Muni. It is really a big luck to be able to hear pure words from an exalted personality like Kardama Muni. That's why, and then when such words are spoken, then one should listen with open ears. Apavrutai karnarandrai. Like just, when I was in my room preparing for this, suddenly I saw one big cat. I'm just seeing through the window and one big cat. In our temple, cats are very fat. They have a lot of food. And so suddenly it's like a big thing is going. And then when I was turning and then seeing, I think my hand touched the window, I think. So there was a sound. Immediately, the ears. You saw the cat's ears gone up. And then very carefully it is listening to the sound. Because it could be a predator. That means a dog or something that may come and attack the animal. So, the cat is all ears. Completely opened up the ears and trying to understand what that sound is, because it's a life and death situation for the cat. If the sound is coming from, say, a dog which is about to pounce, then better the cat has to run away and then save itself, right? It's a life and death situation. So, similar to that cat's position, our situation is also quite similar. Every moment there is a life and death situation for us. There is absolutely no guarantee that our life will continue the way it is continuing now. So It is really lucky if we can get a chance to listen to the words of some exalted personalities. In our case, the devotees who have taken to this Krishna consciousness movement, we are very lucky. We have access to the words spoken by Prabhupada. Prabhupada, he has kept a system to record all his words. It could be a lecture, or it could be a conversation, it could be a morning walk, it could be an arrival into a new place in the airport, whatever he has spoken. It could be any of those things. Prabhupada is so kind, he ensured that all such tapes are, all such words are recorded. And that's the time those dictaphones and that technology is getting available. See, it's the Krishna's mercy. So that's why without Krishna's mercy, it is impossible to be able to hear pure words of an exalted devotee. That's why here he is saying, and then when such words are available to be able to hear, that's also, great luck. So that's why he is saying, I thank God that I have got this chance to listen to you, and then also when you are speaking, I am able to give my full attention to your words. See? Manu is executing devotional service with a great sense of gratitude. This is how we should execute our duties, with a great sense of gratitude to Guru and Krishna. An extraordinary opportunity is given to us to serve the spiritual master and also to serve Krishna. This is an exalted situation. And like Manu, he heard Kardama Muni personally, physically. And such words, of course, they were recorded in Srimad Bhagavatam, so we are able to hear. So, we got a similar chance to hear from Prabhupada. If you can read his books, or if you can hear, the tapes, the audio files that are available today. With the technology now, with a simple click of a button, you can easily get access to the entire library of Prabhupada's books and audio files. And when you switch on that, an audio, a lecture or a conversation, you see Prabhupada's consistent devotion to Krishna. It's not that when he is writing, dictating purports, he is very alert, and when he is, conversing with some people, or he is on a morning walk, he is in a different no. Always he is a walking Srimad Bhagavatam. He is a personality who embodied Srimad Bhagavatam principles. So the voice that is emanating from Prabhupada, it is Ushati Graha. Those words are not normal, ordinary, material sounds. The sounds may be apparently coming from, like how it comes from us, but his words are distinct from our words. Our words are contaminated by influences of the three modes. That means there is some motivation. Some material motivation is there. It gets mixed up with our talk. There could be an ambition to become popular. There could be an ambition or our own lust for attaining something, some fruit. Something gets mixed up in these words. They are not really meant for glorifying Krishna purely. Pure words means they are uttered to give pleasure to Krishna. to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is pure words. So when we speak, our words are mixed up with the three modes. They are in fact produced from three modes. It could be a big yogi, mystic, jnani, or whatever you may call, and his words may look very ornamental, very pleasing to hear, but they are all emanating from aversion to God. The very sound is aversion to Krishna. These are the words that we hear, in all these, people's lectures or whatever. So we should not go by the externals. Oh, there is, very nicely he presents the current some situation or some politics or this and that, a wonderful this thing. But actually, all such words are coming from an attitude of an aversion to God. They don't want to submit to Krishna, submit to God. This is their mood. And when we hear such words, then, and that too with open ears, then what will happen is, we will also develop slowly an aversion to submission, an aversion to surrender. Our mind starts rebelling that why I should do this, why I should do that. So that's why Prabhupada has taken such a system of recording all the words that he is speaking, because he is seeing that in the future all my disciples should hear these lectures, hear these sounds. And then he said, my books will be the law books for the next 10,000 years. Prabhupada is not looking at an immediate environment or an immediate situation. For example, if the immediate situation is taken into consideration, then actually there is no need to talk about varnashrama, these 4 varnas and 4 ashramas, because they don't exist anyway. On Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives, yadhyadacharya, whatever you do, yat karoshi, yadasnasi, whatever you do, that doesn't matter, you do it for me as an offering. So Krishna is very liberal, he has accepted. In the end also, Bhagavad Gita says, sve sve karmani abhirataha samsiddhim labate nara swakarma nirata siddhim. So that means, by following his qualities of work, every man can become perfect. Now please hear from me how this can be done. Just by executing our swakarma, whatever duties, according to our nature, we can become perfect. If somebody's nature is he is a kind of a creative person, and he wants to nicely learn music and sing music, or somebody is an artist or a dancer, all such inclinations and abilities can be utilized in Krishna's service, and through those very services he can become perfect. In the purport, Prabhupada is saying, just by painting, a painter can become perfect in Krishna consciousness. But you have to paint under the direction of the spiritual master. Paintings of Krishna. Not paintings of some mundane personalities. They may be great in the eyes of the society, but the ability to paint is perfected when it is used for Krishna consciousness. If somebody is good in music, there is so much a chance, ample chance, particularly in our movement, to nicely sing, and he can become perfect just by doing kirtan. So Prabhupada is saying these duties are assigned by the spiritual master. He instructs My dear boy, you do this. He gives the instruction. See, you are fit for such and such work in Krishna consciousness, you can act in this way. A guru will say like that. Okay, your ability or your inclination is in such a way that you can do this work, and through that work alone you can become perfect. So let us say somebody is doing cooking, somebody is doing deity worship, and somebody is cleaning the floor. So now the cleaning the floor, will he attain perfection? Because his service is inferior to the other two services. What about somebody who is doing big management? Maybe somebody is bringing big money. Compared to that, somebody is just sweeping the floor. Will he attain perfection? Because at least in the material world, that is not, they will not feel that, perfection can come by cleaning the floor whole life. He will, it's not possible. But in the spiritual world, in the spiritual life, all these services are absolute. They are enacted from absolute platform. You have accepted Guru's instruction. Yes, you do this service. And when you take up that service and execute it nicely to your full ability, whatever ability you have got, whatever energy you have got, and for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna, then perfection is guaranteed. It doesn't matter whether you are cleaning the floor, whether you are working in some big AC room, or whether you are getting some big results. It doesn't matter. While working, what is his consciousness? That's what matters. While working, while cleaning, let us say the devotee is thinking, this is Krishna's temple, Krishna's paraphernalia, Krishna's floor, Krishna's, the various things. He is always remembering the connection with Krishna. That consciousness is very bright. But if somebody forgets that connection with Krishna, forgets that help of Krishna, forgets to remain grateful to Krishna, that devotee, once he produces that service and some result comes, then he will say, yes, now I need credit for this. I have done it, and this and that. So, it is not about what service you are doing. Of course, that has to be authorized. Also, how you are doing service. In outside world, let us say somebody is a businessman and he has to produce some results every month or every quarter. Sometimes they think, whatever way possible I should produce this result. By hook or hook, I have to do this. Sometimes they break all kinds of rules and regulations and everything, because their goal is to produce the result, because that's what matters in the outside world. If you cannot produce result, you are a failure. Let us say somebody begins building his own big house, and let us say he could not finish. It's a failure. It is a failure. But for devotee, it is not only about the result, it is also about how you are producing that result. That's why here Prabhupada is saying, under the direction of the spiritual master. You can write articles if you are a literary man, or you are an artist, you can paint, or Arjuna offered his military skills. Whatever may be your ability, doesn't matter, but under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master, Prabhupada's order. My Guru has ordered me, so I am doing this. My Guru has saved me and I am doing this. So that is called consciousness. That means that's what is going on inside your heart. Consciousness means there is a background for every activity. That background, what is that background? Background should not be that, okay, I will do this nicely, then I will become very popular, or everybody will appreciate me, so I will do this nicely. No, that's not the driving force. The motivation is not that. The motivation is, this will please my spiritual master, this will please the Supreme Lord. Right? So this is what his mood is. Oh, this is going to please my Guru nicely, so let me clean nicely. So, since all these services are on an absolute platform, equally pleasing to Krishna. Equally. There is nothing called this is less pleasing and that is more pleasing. Equally pleasing to Krishna. If it is equally pleasing to Krishna, then why should I aspire and demand for a higher, apparently higher service? Actually, this comparison and aspirations are material. They are very material. A properly situated devotee, he will continue to execute his duties happily, nicely, and then by seeing his devotion, Guru and Krishna will automatically bestow him more and more services. This is the mystical process of getting services more and more. We need not have to express, we need not have to ask, we need not have to fight for any of those things. It will come mystically, the services will reach the devotee. Because after all the devotees are chanting every day sincerely, and so they will be blessed with their heart's content. Because here you can see Guru gives according to his nature, according to his inclination. If some service he wants, yes, it can come, but sometimes it may take some time. So one should not become impatient. He should know that Guru and Krishna are with me, and every moment whatever I am doing, they are already aware of it, so my desires will be fulfilled. Why should I worry? Continue to do your services nicely for the satisfaction of your immediate authorities, and your immediate authority should come and say, Prabhu is such a nice boy, he should do more. Automatically you will have your plate full, all the service and all the whatever. And one more thing is, whatever service we have, be extremely satisfied, contented, and nicely apply your mind and energy and everything on it. First you deal with whatever is given to you nicely. Then if you are dealing nicely, then, like for example, a father is there, a rich father is there, he gives the son, okay, you take this 1 lakh and you do this work. He takes that 1 lakh and goes and spends it off his jalsa. And then he comes back to the father. Then father, what will he do? He will cut down 1 lakh to 50,000 and say, now you use it nicely. Again he goes away and then blows it off. Then 50 will become 10. Finally he will say, no money. But let us say, first time when he gave 1 lakh, he nicely spends. In fact, 1.2 lakh worth of thing he has done with 1 lakh. Very nicely he has done, because he is thinking, my father should be very happy with this. And then he comes back and tells his father, see, look, this is what I have done. Oh, very nice. He gives 2 lakhs. Now you do this. And then he gives 5 lakhs. Always, this is the scenario. You will attract more and more service when you do your assigned services nicely. Automatically, you need not have to ask. Like father, he knows, okay, this boy has done nicely, more. Son is not asking. In fact, son is not expecting you give me 2 lakhs or something. He is happy that my father is happy with my work. And suddenly father will say, take 5 lakhs now and do something. And next time he may say, take 1 crore. Not even expecting. So similarly, as a community, as devotees, if we nicely handle whatever Krishna has given to us, nicely utilize them in Krishna's service, under the direction of the spiritual master, under the direction of the immediate authorities, then what happens is Krishna will surprise you. You may be looking at some 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs or something. Krishna will surprise you. 5 crores, 10 crores and this and that. This temple, you are using it nicely. Okay, he will surprise you. I'll give you a much bigger temple. See, it's a psychology, same psychology. Krishna's psychology only we have got. Here the material father, how he acts, you will get a hint how Krishna also will think. Krishna also sees, okay, my son is nicely becoming responsible. He is obeying the spiritual master nicely. Okay, chalo, le lo. He'll go. But let us say we are not utilizing properly, then it takes time. After all, we are all chanting. Krishna will give you some adjustments so that we fall in line. And then he will encourage. He will encourage us. So nicely, be happy with the service that you have. Give your full 100% attention for its proper execution. That means the path is important and also the result is also important. You try your best. And what is the path? Path is, this service is given to me by my spiritual master and Krishna. I have to do for their pleasure. This thinking should be there, for their pleasure. This is my motivation. Prabhupada should smile. In the end, he should give a big oceanic smile and say, wow, this is very good. That smile is our motivation. Shri Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.